Good morning Year 3 and Year 4. Our writing basic skills session today is can you use a range of sentence structures for the Year 3s, and very similar for the Year 4s, can you use a range of sentence structures with more than one clause? As always, use this like a SPAG session and have your topic book in front of you ready to go. I'm going to be writing a new story with a twist based on the Charlie Mackesy story, but mine is called The Girl, the Seal, the Shark and the Whale. So I've chosen 4 characters with very similar characteristics to the 4 in the original book, so that I don't have to change the story too much. I can just twist on the characters and their behaviour should be quite similar to the original. There'll just be a few changes which you will see. So to begin with, can you recognise different types of sentences in my paragraph? Have I used simple, compound or complex? Hello, said the seal. Its little whiskered nose bobbed up and down in the gentle sea. Oh, hello, replied the girl. She had been sat on the shore of her island all morning, but had not noticed the seal before. After some moments of comfortable silence had passed, the girl kicked off her sandals and paddled into the sea. When you grow up, what would you like to be? Said the mole. Brave, said the girl. Right, so very similar to Charlie Mackesy's text. I've got a girl instead of a boy, I've got a seal instead of a mole, and I've set it in the seashore instead of in the wild. But let's have a look for those sentence structures. So beginning with, hello, said the seal, its little whiskered nose bobbed up and down in the gentle sea. Make your guess, is that a simple, compound and complex sentence? Its little whiskered nose bobbed up and down in the gentle sea. Now I wonder if I've caught anyone out and tricked anyone, because you might be thinking, oh, well, it's got the word and in it, a coordinate conjunction. It must be a compound sentence. But is it? Is that and joining together 2 clauses? Its little whiskered nose bobbed up and down in the gentle sea. No, it's 1 clause, 1 simple idea, 1 simple sentence. Doesn't mean you can't have adjectives to describe. Doesn't mean you can't have interesting vocabulary choices. Simple doesn't mean not interesting. It just means it's got 1 idea. Then looking on, oh hello, replied the girl. She had been sat on the shore of her island all morning, but had not noticed the seal before. So what do you think? Simple, compound or complex? Well done if you said compound, because this time the coordinating conjunction but is joining 2 different ideas, 2 clauses. The one idea that she'd been sat on the shore of her island all morning, and the other idea she'd not noticed the seal before, have been joined together with a but. And finally, after some moments of comfortable silence had passed, the girl kicked off her sandals and paddled into the sea. What are the clues telling you about that sentence? A couple of clues that could help you see that this is a complex sentence. Well done if you got that right. We've got our subordinate conjunction after at the front, and we've got our comma in the middle, showing that that is the subordinating clause, followed by the main clause. The main clause being the girl kicked off her sandals and paddled into the sea. And she did that after some moments of comfortable silence. Well done if you spotted 3 different sentence types in there. You do have to look closely for the clues, don't you? Right, so my next paragraph, can you find further examples of those sentence types here? As the seal and the girl paddled, They did not notice a deadly shark swimming towards them. "If my jaws were not trapped in this plastic, I'd eat you," said the shark. "If we do not cut you free, you'll die," said the seal. She bravely nibbled through the plastic. She did not flinch, nor did she panic. What types of sentence structure can you find there? What clues can you find? What subordinate conjunctions can you spot? And what coordinate conjunctions can you spot? Pause the video and have a good look. Maybe write them down in your book and label them compound, complex, or simple. So at the beginning we had our subordinate conjunction as, with a comma marking that subordinate clause, as the seal and the girl paddled. So that was definitely our complex sentence. And the same in the speech sentence, if my jaws were not trapped in this plastic, comma. So again, a subordinate conjunction and a comma marking that subordinate clause. Same again in the reply, if we do not cut you free, comma. Another subordinate clause in our complex sentence. We had a simple sentence, she bravely nibbled through the plastic. One key idea, one clause. And then did you spot that coordinate conjunction in the last sentence, making it a compound sentence? She did not flinch, nor did she panic. Well done if you did. Okay, can you use this coordinate conjunction in a compound sentence of your own, please? Make sure it joins two clauses together. So two key ideas joined by the conjunction so. Now I've got one to show you as an example. I know some of you prefer not to see an example before you do your writing, and some of you prefer to see one that I've suggested. So pause the video if you don't want to see it. And if you do want to see it, here it is. The shark had been frightened before, so this gentle kindness took him by surprise. The shark had been frightened before, so this gentle kindness took him by surprise. Have a go at doing your own, using that so to join your two clauses. Well done. Read it out loud. Make sure you've written what you think you've written. Sometimes it's not till you read it back to yourself that you can see that you've missed a word, or missed a capital letter or a full stop. Right, can we use our words in different ways, different sentence structures? Now we're going to try using a subordinate conjunction to make a complex sentence. So I'm giving you the conjunction while. Again, I've got one to show you, but if you don't want to see mine, pause the video and have a go at writing your own. But if you would like a little hint of how you can use it, while the new friends swam in peace, they did not notice they had got further from the shore. I've also used that at another position in my sentence. They did not notice they were getting further from the shore while they swam in peace together. So that shows with a subordinate conjunction and a complex sentence, you can often switch the clauses and still have a good sentence to use. So write your own or compare the one you have written to mine. Okay, so can we use those skills effectively within a piece of writing? Try completing a paragraph about this part of the story. Challenge yourself to use all of the sentence structures, simple, compound and complex. Your sentences should flow together to form a complete paragraph, which in itself is about one key part of your story. Yes, you might have new speakers, and therefore they have new speaker, new line, and sometimes we say that's new speaker, new paragraph. But for the sake of this SPAG lesson, think about your paragraph being a group of sentences that are about one key idea. Pause the video while you have a go. Right, do we need to manipulate anything we've done? Read your paragraph out loud to yourself or to a family member to see if your phrases and your sentences have created the effect you want. Have you used a variety of sentences, or are there some repetitions that you need to sort out? Here are a couple of the key challenges we often find in the classroom. Have you used that old favourite "and" too often? And this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and that happened. And have we bored our reader? Or have you started too many sentences with then? Then they did this, then they did that, then they did this, then that happened. We know better than that, don't we, in year 3 and 4? Well done. You should have a beautiful paragraph, or maybe even 2 by now, which could start your pre-write or your mid-write if you are doing your own version of the story. For me, it's going to follow very similar structure to Charlie Mackesie's book. The shark is going to remain quiet and wary of the other characters, but he's going to learn to feel more comfortable in this little group of friends. They're going to get further and further away from home, and it's going to become a little bit anxious for them. There might be a storm on the waves, like the storm in the forest of the original book. But the whale is going to come along and be a very calm, soothing, guiding character who is going to help them see that even when times get really tough, friendship and kindness can help guide us home. Have fun writing and send in what you've done.